This is the third time in a row that the microphone has turned itself off. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I know it does it every now and then, but now it's like consistently doing it. But, you know, at least I'm catching it every time. Anyway, welcome back to Telltale Games Walking Dead. Last time I continued episode 2, and now we'll continue episode 2 again. And this may or may not be the last part of this episode. Or I might split the parts of 2. I don't know.
Man, that was a hell of a ride, huh?
Jesus, Danny?
What? You ain't getting soft on them, are you? Not after what they did to your friend.
You're back! What happened?
Handled it, Mama.
This isn't what Terry would have wanted.
Terry?
My husband. Miss him every day.
Then screw it up for everybody then, why don't you?
Oh, calm down, princess. I'll do it myself.
What's going on with them?
Dunno. Squabbling, looks like. Lot of tension with y'all, huh?
They have different ideas about how we should run our group. If they don't find any common ground, this whole thing's gonna fall apart.
No, it's just tough times. Everyone's hungry and people get a little stir-crazy when their tummy's empty. And Lee, don't worry your head about them bandits. I'm sorry you've seen more violence than I'd have thought in your short time, but you all are safe here. Don't worry.
Think I'll go have a look around.
Don't wander too far. Dinner'll be ready before you know it. And thank your friend Koch again for me. She and the kids are in the barn with the cow. That woman is a lifesaver.
Yeah, you know, with the game taking place in the South and all. I wonder how bizarre it is to hear people talk like that who like aren't around here, because like how these people talk is how like a lot of people around here talk anyway.
All
So
fixed. That should make
they
everyone
talk
happy.
like this, you know. Never been to Georgia.
Hello. Glad I got to use her today. My girl here.
You really like that gun.
What's not to like?
Just kinda creepy, that's all.
Times like these, a 243 will keep you warmer at night than any lady I ever known.
You guys are pretty out in the sticks here.
Hard to find.
You get many visitors?
Not anymore. Bandits, of course. Used to get these school kids on tours back before the dead time.
How do you run this place with just one cow?
Used to have more. They get hungry too. Or sick. Got your doctor friend here now, though.
You guys must trade for a lot of fuel to keep the generators running, right?
People get hungry, and a few loaves of bread fetch a high price. Y'all are luckier on this side of the deal now.
I'm gonna go wait for supper then.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah, I've never been to Florida. The only time I've been out of state is I go to Louisiana every now and then. I got family there, and then I went to Florida once to go to Disney World. Then I went on a trip to Washington D.C. once. But other than that, never really left the state.
We.
Gonna keep saying how pointy
It's
it
a
is.
small toolbox.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking things.
Multi-tool. That should be handy. I'm just gonna borrow this for a second.
Just borrowing. Just borrowing. Gas cans.
They're storing gasoline all over the property.
Is that what you call storing? I call jamming at the corner.
Definitely tell they built this thing themselves.
An outlet on a...
Doesn't look very safe, but I guess that's the point.
Wait, okay. Mailbox.
No mail coming in or out these days. At least they don't have to worry about bill collectors anymore.
Now look at the swing now.
All fixed. That should make everyone happy.
Anything hidden in the corner over here? Nope. Waste all this time. This is definitely going to be split into 2 parts. Use the gately.
Pardon me, Brenda.
What's on your mind, Lee?
How's Mark doing in there?
Best patient I ever had. Oh, my boys get so much as a scratch and start hollering. He could definitely teach them a thing or two about being tough.
I'd still like to check on him.
You're gonna have to trust me on this, Lee. I've helped stitch my share of wounds. I know what I'm talking about.
Not to be rude, ma'am. How come you're out here instead of, you know?
Oh, you want to know why I'm not slaving away in the kitchen? Is that it?
No, I didn't mean for it to sound like that.
Oh, it's okay, darling. Got it slow cooking in the oven. Should be ready before too long.
We ran into some trouble out there.
I was just glad you two weren't hurt. Those bandits just don't know when to quit. But my boys, they can hold their own.
Before she died, we met a woman out there at her camp. She wasn't one of those bandits. Sounded like they did something pretty bad to her. And your marauders are still out there.
I think all them folks out in the woods had drug problems.
What does that have to do with anything?
Means you can't trust them. Any of them.
Think I'll go have a look around.
Kinda peaceful out here, ain't it? Enjoy it while you can. You'll probably start hearing those monsters frying against the fence before too long.
I think enjoy it while you can is a pretty good description of this part of the game. Yeah, that's the thing about this season of The Walking Dead is it's like early into the apocalypse. There's still like a sense of normalcy. It's like
I'm glad Andy knows how to fix this if something goes wrong. I'm clueless about this stuff.
it feels like there's more moments where you just kind of like sit back and not have too much going on before it starts stuff happening again. It feels like in the later seasons, it's just like constant stuff, you know.
Looks like a feeding station.
There's no
for
real
cows.
civilization at that point anymore, and even if there is, they're always on edge and they're always infighting. That's the thing with like any zombie media that takes place after the apocalypse. It's just like every single civilization that happens always has infighting that leads to war, that leads to having to start a new civilization again. They've done that, I'm pretty sure, like 50 plus times in the TV show.
Hey, so what happened at the camp? Did you guys find any more of those guys that hurt Mark?
We found a woman in the woods. She was talking all crazy and had a crossbow. So Danny killed her.
Holy shit. Was she one of those bandits?
I don't know. I think she was trying to tell me something. But then he just went off.
I don't like this, Lee. I still say we should go back to the motor inn where we at least know what to expect.
Do you get the feeling something's going on here?
What makes you say that? What exactly happened at the camp?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Paranoia just getting to me a little bit.
I know what you mean. These backwoods people always give me the creeps. If you ask me, we should just get our dinner and leave.
Come on now. We don't want to be rude.
What were you and Kenny arguing about when I came back from the camp?
He's losing it, Lee. He comes over and starts talking about searching the barn and that these people are hiding something.
But you told him to mind his own goddamn business, right? We are guests here. We don't need to be overstaying our welcome more than we already are.
The way I see it, we just need to skip the dinner and get our food to go. But I'm starting to think your friend over there has another agenda.
I'm gonna go check things out.
Just don't get too nosy. These kinds of people are usually pretty protective of their
Did
privacy.
you already say that? That happens sometimes in these games. They repeat their lines. It's a rock. Cornfield.
Having a crop like that on hand must be great. We're gonna need to learn how to maintain it if we end up staying here.
Gotta wonder why more people don't try to farm in these zombie scenarios. It seems like you always have to have some sort of like community to start farming, where it's like, you know, you don't need
What's ahead?
that much to try to grow some
Enough
stuff.
of
But it's
these
like
light workers
nobody
ought to
even
quit cooking
tries
from
most of the time
arrows,
the zombie
if that
stuff.
becomes a problem.
Is it like Minecraft, where you know the zombies they're gonna walk on your crops and make them all useless?
It's okay, Clementine. You can pet her.
It's okay, go ahead.
Whoa. Katja says Mabel could have her baby tonight.
We'll see, Clementine.
What's this thing?
Daddy said it's called a salt lick.
Yeah, but don't lick it. It's gross.
Did you lick it?
I don't know.
Hey there, Andy.
Yeah?
How's the cow?
Well, better now we got Doc on the case.
When do you think, we might eat?
Hungry, huh? Don't worry. Mama's cooking up some good grub.
We met this woman up in the woods. She seemed to know your brother.
Yeah, he probably talks a little more than he oughta.
Thanks.
Yep.
Really, that's where Lee decided to go with this conversation? Like, that's one of the weirder parts of this game, how that just stops there. Lee doesn't elaborate on that at all.
She looks skinny.
Can't talk to Katja here.
Have I missed anything?
No, not really. It smells funny in here.
Like manure.
What's manure?
Duty.
Kids,
How do you like that cow, Clem?
She's pretty.
Actually, can you even progress with this game without giving the... I think this is like the required thing
Here,
to do here.
Clementine.
My hat! You found it! I knew you'd find it. You said you would.
Listen, did you give your hat to anyone?
No,
Did you see any strangers around the motor inn who might have taken it?
no. Why?
It's probably nothing. Just let me know if you ever see anything like that.
Okay, I will. Hey, Lee. Do you think you'll ever have kids?
I don't know. I haven't thought about having kids in a long time.
Well, thanks for finding my hat.
You're welcome, Clem.
Do you want to pet the cow with me?
Nah, but you go on ahead.
Big old cow. I find it funny how they make a bit of a deal about how you're snooping around here, but still, they don't say anything about you going through all these random things that don't actually have anything in it. It's another rock. It's got mold on it. Or moss, I guess.
It's a feeding trough.
Yep. It was in the other one, too. We could look at that one. But yeah, I'm thinking at this rate, I'm pretty sure this episode is longer than the first one. I think I'm probably pretty sure the first episode's probably the shortest one.
Empty.
Is it too surprising? It's supposed to be the intro one. It's the one they made first. That's not suspicious at all. Can I not comment on it? Oh, I can. What's that thing? It's like a box on the wall.
Looks like a bunch of old dirty clothes. Ooh, smells pretty foul.
You found it too, huh? Lee, they're hiding something behind this door. I got a quick look. They got boxes of stuff and something metal and sharp.
Don't get paranoid.
It's my job to be paranoid, Lee. I got my whole family on this farm right now. How about you? What about Clem?
I'll protect her no matter what.
I know you will. Look, that guy with Katya, what's his name? He locked it up real tight the second we came in. I definitely heard a noise back there, Lee.
What?
My point is, we gotta know for sure. So go find a hammer or something and I'll have this thing off in a second. You back me up in case them farmers come running.
Hang on, man. Think this through. You smashed the lock. Then what if it turns out you're wrong? You just fucked your chance to get a good meal in those kids you're trying to protect. Use your head, Kenny.
All right, Professor, what'd you have in mind?
Let me have a look at what we're dealing with first.
Hey, Lee, you know how to pick a lock, right?
No. Why would you say that?
Well, you're, you know, urban?
Oh, you are not saying what I think you're saying.
Jesus, man, I'm from Florida. Crazy shit just comes out of my mouth sometimes. Sorry. What?
See those screws? Instead of breaking the padlock, we can just take off the assembly, have a peek inside, and then replace it all again like nothing ever happened.
All right, sounds like you got a plan. I'll hang around and keep an eye on that guy with the cow.
Andy.
Shit, I thought that was Danny. Whatever.
Can I help you boys find something?
Just checking out the barn here. Never been to a dairy farm before.
Just don't roam around without me or Danny. The farm can be a dangerous place. You know, the bandits and all. Sorry about your friend. Hey, do me a favor. Don't fuck around with this door, okay? Just, you know, Mama gets nervous.
Andrew, I need your help again.
No problem. Right away, Doc.
Really terrible excuses, my dude. Yeah, funny thing, when I first played that game, I didn't actually know what Kenny was implying with that statement, so I was just really confused.
So, how does a woman like yourself run this whole place?
Oh, I managed just fine. Plus, I had my boys to help out. I couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, at this rate, I think I got a pretty good idea of when I can stop this part and not start the next part. They should both end up being pretty decently long. This episode is quite a lot longer than the first one.
We'll finish talking later.
You been getting along with Larry?
He's just a big old sweetheart, ain't he?
Don't know if I would have used those words exactly.
Don't judge, honey. This world is bringing out the worst in people. But if you really look, you'll catch a glimpse of humanity every now and then.
So, what are y'all keeping the barn back there? Besides cows, I mean.
Well, someone's getting a little curious, aren't they?
I don't mean to pry.
It's nothing interesting, I can promise you that much. Just some odds and ends. Takes a lot to run a farm, you know.
Think I'll go have a look around.
Don't wander too far. Dinner will be ready before you know it.
I think I gotta mess with the generator here.
I'm glad Andy knows how to fix this if something goes wrong. I'm clueless about this stuff. Access panel. Guess I'm gonna need a screwdriver for this.
Good thing I have this convenient multi-tool. You can mess with this while it's still on. Not a great idea.
There, that should do it.
Don't close it behind you, Lee. Just make it very obvious that you messed with it. Oh no, never mind. He did. He didn't show it.
Oh, fucking thing threw a belt. Damn it, dog. Ah, son of a... Fuck. Oh, this take forever.
Not suspicious at all. How it just kind of disappeared. It's amazing how those belts, they just like disappear into the stripes. They just go away. They just disappear. Who knows where they go?
Mom,
It
Dad,
got dark
dinner
really
time!
fast,
It's
didn't it?
dinner time!
Okay, honey, let's get that.
Dad! Dad! Come on! Let's eat!
Kenny, come along, honey. Kenny, come on. Don't make the children wait.
I'll make an excuse for you. Get that thing off.
So where's Lee? Well, you see, he went to the bathroom. The bathroom's in the house. Well, yeah, he didn't know that, so he went to the bathroom.
Screw's holding it to the door.
He went
If
into
I
the
can
woods to do
remove
it.
him, I don't even need to
Alright,
deal
then.
with the lock.
Sure, it's taking him a while. Well, you know, he needed to find a good spot to do it. I don't know what voice that was.
Screw's
Certainly
holding it to the door.
wasn't a Kenny
If
voice.
I can remove him, I don't even need to deal with the lock.
I couldn't probably never even attempt to do a Kenny impersonation, so I'm not even gonna try. They certainly don't clean up very well. Oh, they
Boy, didn't you
they set up
hear
the bear
bell?
traps, don't they? Why have I just now realized that's what's supposed to imply?
Dinner time.
Yeah, they set up the bear trap at the beginning, didn't they?
What the hell you got in that back room?
Look, we have food here, but Danny and I still gotta do a lot of hunting to keep everyone fed. When we catch something in the woods, we skin it and dress it back there.
Pat, what are you
Mama
doing?
doesn't like us to make a mess in the house. So you see, nothing to worry about.
Oh, Brenda,
Biscuits?
you
Wow.
are an angel.
Oh,
Excuse
boy.
me, miss. We had to block the back door after Walker got upstairs. Don't worry. That was a while ago and ain't been back inside since.
Everybody sit down. I'll go get the meal. Oh, this is a delight.
I could eat a horse.
Where's Mark?
Now, don't you worry about him. I've already brought some food up. You just let him rest.
Mind if I wash my hands first?
Bathroom's right outside in the hall. And be sure to get under your nails. You've been mucking around in the dirt all day.
And his college degree. These boys aren't stupid.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take a suspiciously long
High
time to use the
school
bathroom.
diploma. This dairy must have meant a lot to them before the Walkers destroyed everything. Danny's baseball trophy. Seems like it's been years since kids were playing sports for fun. Walkers aren't getting through that thing.
Yep, the bathroom's right here. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna walk upstairs for no reason. Where's the cabinet? Where's the cabinet, Lee?
Gauze pads. I could use a shave. Some kind of lotion.
Well, that was useful. that thing where it creaks and nothing ends up coming of it? Yeah, there you go. Gotta have that creak every time.
What do they need so much morphine for? Candles. Smart. Musty as hell. I guess someone needed some first aid recently.
You know, when I really think about it, I think that's one thing that's missing from some of the sequels. Is you don't have Lee's, like, stupid quips about random shit when you look at stuff in the future games. I feel like that's sorely missed.
What is this stuff? Looks like a bunch of medical waste in here. IV tubes, saline. What would dairy farmers need with this kind of stuff? Where's that cord going? What the hell? Where the hell is Mark? Thought Brenda said he was up here resting. Feels like there's a storm coming.
How appropriate.
Is that blood? Farm books, cookbooks, nothing out of the ordinary here. Mark, what the hell happened?
Brothers.
What the hell happened to your legs, man?
Don't eat dinner.
Clementine. It's people.
What?
Yes, Lee, it's all people in here. Sit down, your supper's getting cold.
Lee, Jesus, man. Did you find something? Oh, sit your ass down, Lee. This lady has made you a meal.
Yeah, Lee, what's gotten into you?
He just had a start.
He could use some goddamn manners.
Mark is upstairs with his fucking legs cut off. You're eating him.
That's crazy.
hell?
Down.
You're scaring the kids, Lee.
Lee, what the hell is wrong with you?
Don't indulge him, Lily. There's always something with this guy.
Mom, I was eating that.
What is going on?
They're picking us off to trade as meat.
You're out of your skull.
Mark is upstairs right now with no legs! Brenda, tell me he's not being eaten right now.
It's true.
Everything could have turned out okay for you folks.
He would have died anyway. We gotta think about living.
Settle down, honey. Growing up in rural Georgia, you're taught not to waste. It's how I was raised and how I raised my boys. Now, you got monsters roaming around that do nothing but eat people. And for what? To continue to rot till they eat some more. We think we can put that meat to better use.
You're all sick. Sick in the head.
Lee, that's not a very nice thing to imply. Andy is right. We go after folks who were gonna die anyways, one way or another.
Like y'all.
Clementine, run!
Nobody's going anywhere.
We got lots of use for y'all right here.
What the what? The fucking what?
Put your guns down! We're walking out of here!
my
Mommy, I don't want to die. Mommy, what did I eat?
Somebody do something!
Lee? Lee?
Let go of her, you son of a bitch!
Not now.
Please. Someone.
Alright, that's a good place to end it. It's about 30 minutes. And at this rate, the next part should be about 30 minutes, so I think it'll end up being fine. One question I had, and no one really bring it up, is she talked about cooking stuff before Mark got hurt, so like, what was she cooking before then? I don't know. It's a question that will never be answered. And anyway, the next part, I'll finish episode 2. See you then.